What's up, guys? Welcome back to another New York Jets franchise video. If you missed last episode, we lost, as you can tell, 31-21. But before we do anything else, there's this new feature that's called Weekly Recap, which is really cool. Really cool. So we're going to do Weekly Recap. This pretty much will just recap what happened last week in the NFL season in Madden, in our franchise. So we get a nice weekly recap. I guess I'll recap it. We did face Steelers. Week 1, we obviously lost 31-21. A lot of turnovers from our offense. As you can see there, pick right to the linebacker. Mason Rudolph played really good. 273 yards, 4 passing touchdowns. We move on to the Ravens and Bills. Bills are in our division, so Ravens win is probably what we'd want here, but it does not look like that's going to happen as the Bills win 24-20. Lamar Jackson, only 167 passing yards, 0 touchdowns. Quarterbacks didn't really dominate that game there. We have the division rivalry, Vikings at Bears. J.J. McCarthy in his first season as the Vikings starter launches it down the left sideline, one-handed snag by Rondale Moore as J.J. McCarthy wins his first game as the Vikings starter, 30-24 over the number 1 overall pick, last year's number 1 overall pick, Caleb Williams. And that is the weekly recap. All right, so that was the weekly recap. But before we get into any of this stuff over here, I did import some gameplay sliders. These are the Mat 10 gameplay sliders. All right here, fickle power, injuries. Also, wear and tear got changed, which I'd have to go on the main menu to show you guys that. But if you look up Mat 10, just look up Mat 10, Madden 26 sliders should be the first thing that pops up. Literally just copied everything except like the quarter length and the optional stuff. But we're going to be doing 2 games an episode from now on, I think. 2 games an episode just to get this first season kind of done with. It's not saying that I don't care about the first season, but the first season is the boring season, you know. I mean, you can't really do that many changes to the team middle of the season. But, yeah, so we're playing at Buffalo. We're going to play at home against Buffalo, and then we have the Buccaneers. Last episode, I did mess up, and I forgot to do my scouts. So we're going to be running out there with a national scout that is good at scouting linebacker and running back, which is probably the 2 least valuable positions on an NFL team. Maybe you could say that, but they're not the biggest needs on like any team. So I already messed up there, so that's awesome. So we're going to be rocking out with these scouts here. I'll do all this off camera, obviously, and I'll tell you guys what I changed. All right, so we're gonna rocking out with this loadout here. We're gonna have the heavy, strong play sheet for offense, defense. We're gonna have the dime play sheet abilities. We're gonna do +4 player condition for all cornerbacks and safeties, +4 hit power, +4 pursuit. I don't know if that counts for all of them, or it's just the top, or it's just the highest tier one that counts. But we got that. We're doing increased pursuit from defenders. We can QB loose pocket. We know Josh Allen loves to run into the pocket, extend plays, so that's gonna be good. And then we're gonna do O-line training XP is increased by 7%. We're going to have Olu Fashanu struggled really bad last week against not even TJ Watt. It was Alex Highsmith. I remember did pretty solid against TJ Watt. That's also probably because we were running the ball or getting the ball up quick. So we're going to do focus players, our 2 tackles, and we're going to do Mason Taylor. All right, so we got gold for Membo and Taylor. We only got bronze here for Shanu, so we're going to go ahead and here simulate practice. Hopefully we got no injuries. We didn't get any last week. But we do have 2 injuries. We have Michael Carter, who will be out with a dislocated wrist on his left hand, so he'll be out, so that'll give Ezra Thomas some play. And then offensively, we have Malachi Corley with an ACL sprain, who is going to be out. So we do get 2 injuries there during practice. And they're both just week-to-week injuries, so they should hopefully maybe be back next week. But it's still injuries. Injuries worth noting. Both the guys were starters, and now we have upgrades here for a bunch of guys. First, we have Olu Fashanu. Your Olu really struggled against pass, struggled in the pass game a lot last week. So we're going to go pass protector here for Olu. That will give him to a 76 overall. It gives him +1 awareness, +1 of pass block finesse and power. Next to upgrade here, we have Brandon Stevens, who will now be cornerback 2 with Michael Carter out. He's 82 press. He can play outside, tackle. I think we're gonna go man to man here for Brandon Stevens. Want to get that man coverage up a little bit here. He gets +1 awareness, +2 to man and press, and +1 tackle. Gives him 84 press. So he's getting a little better too. That's a decent upgrade there. We have the rookie Azariah Thomas, who's now bumped up to CB3. The only thing I don't like is his speed. His speed is just not good for a corner. 86 speed. Maybe we could try him at safety, but his tackling isn't very good. Don't know. Kind of a player that, we'll see how he develops. Speed is a rare one to get, and if you're not going to be able to, he's not going to be able to keep up with a lot of receivers in the league with 86 speed. So I'm going to want him to probably be a really good zone corner here for us. So we're going to go zone. We get a lot here. We get +1. So, oh my God. +1 awareness, +1 man, +1 press, tackle, and zone, and +2 to player recognition. That's a pretty big one. That's 80 press. This player recognition's up to an 85, +4 for the weekly strategy. So there we go for Thomas. All right, here we have Braylon Allen, who's our RB2. He's more of a power back, 6'1", 235. In preseason, he didn't really break very many tackles, so I'm going to want him to get a little bit of that, like short yardage, get a yard type of back. He gets +2 ball carrier vision, stiff arm, +1 carry, and +1 toughness. I did not know you can upgrade toughness, but now we know. So there we go. He gets a little bit tougher. And our final upgrade here is for Malachi Corley, who will not be playing in this game. His route running is not the greatest here, so I think we're gonna upgrade. We're gonna upgrade slot because he's currently our slot receiver. So we're gonna go with slot upgrade here. He gets +1. So holy shit! +1 awareness, carrying, and +1 spec catch, +3 to catch in traffic, and +2 to medium route running. So, if he's going to be your slot, going to want him to be pretty decent at route running there. So that is all the upgrades we have. And now I guess we'll jump into this game against Buffalo. Right after we look, they have no injuries. So we're going to be without our CB2 and our wide receiver 3, unfortunately. All right, with Malachi Corley out today, Xavier Gibson will take his spot as wide receiver 3. But Josh Reynolds is going to be our slot receiver, so we'll see a little bit of Reynolds. We'll see a little bit of Gibson there. And then the rookie Azariah Thomas will step in as CB3 here. We're kind of thin at corner, but I'll be fine with starting Isaiah Oliver at corner. He does have experience at corner. I believe he's drafted as a corner, mainly played with the Falcons, I believe. So he's me CB5. Quantez Stiggers, CB4 or CB3, CB4. So Azariah Thomas will get some playing time. Bills are a fully healthy team, so let's go ahead and jump into this game against Buffalo. Here we are at home once again here at MetLife Central here in New Jersey. This time we're welcoming our division rival Buffalo Bills, former MVP Josh Allen. Last week struggled with turnovers. This week we cannot have that repeat. Because if we turn the ball over, when we turned the ball over 5 times last week, we're going to have to limit Buffalo's possessions, especially with that explosive offense. We will get the ball to receive the game. 1st and 10 here. Matt Milano has X Factor. Okay. I don't care. We're going to run it at him. Never mind. Joey Bosa, the new Buffalo Bill, makes the tackle. Breece Hall last week, 78 yards rushing and a touchdown. Also had a receiving touchdown, so he had 2 touchdowns last week. We're going to pass here. Put Alan Lazard over the middle for the quick 4-yard pitch and catch there. And it's 3rd down already here. Let's see what we can do here. We're hit Mason Taylor. absolutely overthrown. Incomplete, and that's going to be a 3-and-out for offense. Not a great way to start the game. Not a great way to start the game here. Here comes out the MVP, last year's MVP, Josh Allen. 3,700 passing yards, 28 passing touchdowns. Also had a lot through the ground, so I don't think that's all the stats. Okay. They're going to start with an RPO. Khalil Shakur breaks a few tackles brought down by Johnson. Last week, Khalil had 3 catches and a touchdown. They're going to motion James Cook. I guess opted back in this game, and is now they're starting running back. Actually, didn't they sign him to a deal? I think it was like a 4-year 28 or 4-year 48, something like that. Anyways, first down, Buffalo. This time they're going to play action again. Dump it off. Dawson Knox, lit up by Quincy Williams. So, must be their top weapon as Cook cuts it up the middle. Will get inches short. I think that might have been Andre Sisco with the tackle, the new Jet. As now Ray Davis checks in the game here. 3 tight ends for Buffalo. It's a QB sneak to Allen. Gets the first. Yeah, we gotta watch out for those QB sneaks, dude. As this play action for Buffalo. Outside there to their tight end, Isaiah Likely, who they actually traded for in this franchise. So they have Isaiah Likely, Dalton Kincaid, and Dawson Knox. That's a pretty decent tight end group, if you ask me here. They're going to motion Kincaid. To the left on 2nd and 1. Allen will fire to Kincaid. Gain 2, but not for the first down. So it looks like Likely is the starter, as they will hit Likely there for the first. Breaks the tackle. Finally brought down by Will McDonald. Here it's 3rd and inches for Buffalo. I'm going to assume it's a QB sneak. It is, and Josh Allen gets it. Yeah, that's going to be hard to stop. That's going to be hard to stop in this game here. For Buffalo. The screen to James Cook. That's a good play call right there. Cook gets the first down. Allen over 50 on this drive. We need Quinn Williams. We need the new superstar, Jermaine Johnson. Oh my gosh, Allen broke the tackle. Allen scrambling. Allen won't go down. Gets the first down. We had him there in the backfield. Just couldn't bring him down. 3rd and goal from the 3. It's a run to Cook. James Cook bounce outside. James Cook's in the end zone. Nobody could get there. Touchdown Bills. They score on their opening drive. That was a easy drive for Buffalo. That's the perfect drive, I'd say. We forced them outside, just couldn't keep them from cutting that outside. Jermaine Johnson couldn't get him. James Cook gets the first points of the game. 2nd and 10 there after the incompletion. We're going to hit Alan Lazard underneath for 8. And off Breece Hall, who will power forward for the first down. Gets us our first down of the game there. All right, formation there. We're going to hit Breece Hall out of the backfield. Breece Hall gets a nice little gain of 7. We used them a lot through the air last week. Trying to make him dual-purpose running back here. Make him our own little James Cook. And 3, stretch to Breece Hall. Nice tackle there by the safety. And center Joe Tippmann is down for offense. That's our first big injury there in game. Josh Myers, the former Packer, will step in there for Joe Tippmann. As that's the final play of the first quarter. Bills up 7-0 here to start the game. Motion Hall. Over, we're going to hit Garrett Wilson on the out route there for the first down. Easy pitch and catch there for Fields. Now 8 here. Mason Taylor, the rookie tight end from LSU, gets the first down. Moving the chains here. Going to get closer to that end zone. Here we have a lot going on. We're going to motion Lazard. Fields rolling right. Justin Fields will scramble up the middle. Justin Fields untouched in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Justin Fields last week had over 70 yards and I think a touchdown last week against the Steelers, but this time he gets another rushing touchdown. That's our first points of the game. Nice play there by Fields. There was a few guys open there, but I didn't trust that. Rather take the guaranteed yardage there with Fields. Fields known for his scrambling. One of the best rushing quarterbacks in the league. I'll say that right now. All right, Bills' last drive made it look easy here. Defense, we got to make some plays here. We got to pressure Allen. Make him hold on to that ball a little longer here. Allen's got time over the middle to Isaiah Likely. Gets his third catch of the game and gets it to about midfield. For this, we give it to Cook. Cook breaks the tackle from Cisco. That's actually a good play by Cisco. Slow down now. That could have been a big gain. Do they do QB sneak here from 3rd and 1? We'll see. 3rd and 1. It's a sneak. Yeah, okay. So if they 3rd and 1, I'm just running goal line because they'll just QB sneak every time. All right, first attempt Buffalo already in our territory here. It's going to be a run to James Cook up the middle. Nice tackle by Cisco. Cisco's made some nice tackles here in this first half. Makes a nice one there. Makes it 2nd and 8 for Buffalo. Second down 8. Quick one again to Shakur. Gets inches short. And we have another injury. This one is a massive one. It's Quinnen Williams, our best player, is down. Yeah, QB sneak. I don't know how to stop that. I genuinely don't know how to stop that there. Bruised ribs will return soon. Derek Nottie will step in. Or they do. It's a run. Cook. Cook couldn't bring that. Cook bounced it outside. Cook will outrun Tony Adams. Touchdown, Buffalo. Yeah, that was a bad tackle attempt there from Quincy Williams. And there was really nobody else there. Touchdown, Buffalo. Tony Adams just didn't have the right angle. Yeah, the Bills' offense has looked unstoppable. Absolutely unstoppable here. Oh, Garrett Wilson's uncovered out of the slot. Garrett Wilson underthrown, severely underthrown there by Fields. Wilson was wide open there. He's uncovered out of the slot. They're going to hit Garrett Wilson this time, and he comes down with the ball this time. Coverage by Christian Benford. Not enough here for Garrett Wilson. That's a huge chain mover. Fields and Wilson have that chemistry from college. We're going to attempt to run the ball here. Reggie Rousseau makes the tackle, gain of 1. All right, 3rd down and 9 here for the offense. See what we can do here. We're going to hit Garrett Wilson underneath. Wilson stretches the ball, but they're going to mark him inches short there. Tackled by Benford. And we're going to go for it here. And they got us here at 4th and inches. 4th and inches, we're going to give it to Breece Hall, who will get the first down. Moves the chains, keeps this drive alive here. And first down 1 over the middle to Allen Lazard with the catch. Allen Lazard down at the 10. 2nd and goal here. Let's see what we can do. Underneath, Garrett Wilson holds on. Touchdown, Jets. Fields to Wilson. A lot on this drive. And we're going to tie it up here at 14 apiece. Pass is kind of floated. Honestly, I thought Wilson was running the corner out there, but hey, we'll take the touchdown. And we're going to tie this game pending the extra point for Mevis. And the extra point is right down the middle, tied 14-14 with 1:01 left in this first half. We've been able to keep up so far with this high-powered Bills offense. We just need defense to get a stop here. Hopefully that should shift some of the momentum. All right, 1st and 10 here for Buffalo. They have less than a minute left. They do have all 3 timeouts. It is very possible they can score here before halftime. Good tackle there by Isaiah Thomas, keeping Shakir from taking that upfield. 2nd and 4. Thomas has also made some decent plays here. Second and 4 here for Allen. Gets it to Elijah Moore. Takes an angle. Bad angle there from Thompson. Quinnen Williams is injured again. Injured previously. Comes back in the game. Gets re-injured. 2nd and 4 here for Buffalo. They have nobody there in the backfield. Empty formation here for Allen. Allen pressure. Gets it off to Josh Palmer. Breaks the tackle of Sauce Gardner. Touchdown Buffalo. Tackling has been really bad this game. Bunch of missed tackles there. Allen not forced by the pressure at all. Sauce Gardner with the weakest tackle attempt. Kind of just throws his arm into Palmer. Doesn't do anything. Man, Sauce Gardner's been kind of disappointing this season so far. And they're going to kick the extra point here. Buffalo scores in I think 19 seconds. I don't know why this is slowed down. Whoa. Did Zack Snyder direct that extra point? Why was that in slow motion? All right. Yeah, they scored in less than 20 seconds. All right, 35 seconds now. We have a chance to score here. Buffalo does get the ball to start the second half, so we might kind of feel obligated here to try to score here. Fields. I tried sliding here. We're going to go hurry up. Here, play action for Fields. Go fullback, Andrew Beck. Gets out of bounds. We're going to Mason Taylor incomplete. Jordan Williams in the coverage. Here's 2nd and 10. Garrett Wilson on the slant. Garrett Wilson can't quite break that loose for a touchdown. Nice tackle there by Benford. Garrett Wilson continues his great game there. We're going to call it timeout here. Mason Taylor over the middle. Mason Taylor here catches it. We're going to call a timeout here. Mevis will come out onto the field there. Try to get field goal here before halftime. No, that's missed. Yeah, that's wide right. Oh my god, I suck at fucking field goals. I suck at fucking kicking field goals. Jesus Christ. Alright, we don't get any points on that drive, and Buffalo will end halftime here up 21-14. Alright, let's check out the halftime report. We have the Commanders versus the Packers here. Jaden Daniels against Jordan Love. Nice move there by, was that Brian? Who is that? Brian Robinson? Or is that Merritt? That's Krosky Merritt. Commanders win in a low-scoring game, 14-7. We have a divisional matchup here, Patriots versus Dolphins. They're in our division, so this is also a game that will decide some things. Reminder, Stevenson runs over defender and stiff arms one on his way for a big play there. It is 9-6 there in Miami. Tua, only 1 incompletion, but down by 3 at halftime. And then we have the Saints and the 49ers. Brock Purdy there hits Ayuk out of the backfield. Runs over to Mario Davis for the touchdown. 49ers up big, 21-3. Scores around the league. Rams are up 20-0 over Tennessee. The Giants are up 24-0 over Dallas. Some of the stats in this game: Fields, 2 touchdowns, 158 yards. But Allen, 14 of 15, having himself a really good game. We need to stop Allen, and we need to stop this Bills offense. James Cook on the day has 47 rushing yards, 2 touchdowns, averaging nearly 8 yards per carry. On defense also has been very good, with Quinnen Williams kind of, shuffling in and out of this game. Buffalo will pass here underneath there to Josh Palmer, who had the big touchdown right before halftime. 2nd down short here for Buffalo. It's going to give to James Cook. We meet them! Fumbles the ball, James Cook. Sauce Gardner recovers it, and we're going to score to open up this second half. He might have been down there, but we're going to celebrate like he wasn't. Sauce Gardner there makes up for the poor tackle attempt. Gets his get back and gets us the score. He will see what the refs say. I think he might have been down. Yeah, it looks like he's definitely down there. That would have been the huge turnover we needed. And it is overturned. Buffalo keeps the ball, and that wipes off our touchdown. Now they're going to motion Shakur. It's a give to the Khalil Shakur. Breaks the tackle. They're going to mark him inches short. Tackle there by Tony Adams. And it looks like we're going to force a punt. They could fake. This would be an insane fake here. No way they fake it here. Yeah, they don't. They're going to actually punt it. So defense forces a punt. Xavier Gibson to return it to the 36. That's the big play we needed. It's the big stop we needed. Finally could stop. Garrett Wilson today. Targeted 5 times, caught all of them for 80 yards and a touchdown. He's having himself a monster start to the season. 1st and 10, give to Breece Hall. Breece Hall cuts left. Breece Hall up the middle. Breece Hall, can he outrun Taylor Rapp? Yes, he does. Breece Hall, first play of offense from the second half. It's a touchdown to Breece Hall. Biggest run of the season so far. And we're going to tie it here at home. Breece Hall has that breakaway speed. One of the fastest running backs in the league. Outruns Taylor Rapp and outruns the entire Buffalo Bill defense. Great blocks there from Garrett Wilson down the field. And we will score immediately, tying this game here at 21, pending the extra point from Evis. I may miss field goals, but I don't miss extra points as we tie at 21 apiece. That was a one-play, 64-yard drive. Just like that, 21 apiece here. Josh Allen outside. I think that's Elijah Morvad, I guess, tackled by Sauce Gardner. Allen's got time, has an open receiver. It's Khalil Shakur again. Already in Jets territory there after 2 plays, gets the first down. Moving so far. Josh Allen looking, pressured, and finally brought down for our first sack of the game. It's Quinnen Williams. I think that might be his first sack of the season there. And it's a big one, pushes them to the 50-yard line, makes it 2nd down and long here for Buffalo. It's underneath. Isaiah Likely was lit up by Quincy Williams. Allen, low and incomplete for Isaiah Likely. Defense comes up clutch there, and that's going to have to be another punt here for Buffalo. At the end, Breece Hall steps back on the field. He has 8 carries, 81 yards, and a touchdown. That big 64-yarder definitely helped the stat line. Play action, we're going to roll left. Fields can't get away from Joey Bosa. I don't know why we couldn't outrun Joey Bosa there. Why did we not outrun Joey Bosa there? 2nd down and long here. Wilson over the middle. Garrett Wilson makes the catch there. Makes it 3rd and manageable. Hit Reynolds. That's a tight window. Incomplete. Thought we could have fit that in there. That could have been a better throw. A little out farther more. Incomplete. And we're going to have to punt. Back-to-back punts here for both teams. Buffalo so far has yet to score to start the second half. 2 drives for Buffalo and 2 punts so far. Defense is finally stepping up, showing why they can be some of the best in the league. It's I formation for the Buffalo to give to James Cook, and we wrap up. And there's an injury to James Cook. That's a big injury for Buffalo. Cook will sit down. 2nd-year running back Ray Davis from Kentucky will step in, I assume. 2nd down and 10. Allen underneath Josh Palmer. Gets hit by every Jets defender there for a gain of 2. Makes it 3rd down and 3. 3rd down and 3 here. Allen looking, fires into a tight window, incomplete. Azariah Thomas and Tony Adams were right there, and it's incomplete, intended for Khalil Shakur, and that's going to be another punt for Buffalo. 3 straight punts for Buffalo. Start this second half. And now we face 3rd down and 9. Defenses have been stepping up the second half. We're going to hit Mason Taylor over the middle. The rookie makes the catch on 3rd and 9. Converts our third down of the game and moves the chains. And here we're going to run a stretch to Breece Hall. Breece Hall takes up the middle. Eats that tackle from Taylor Rapp and gets the first down. Breece Hall nearing 100 yards there after that carry. We're going to motion Jeremy Ruckert to the left side, and we're going to run this ball. We've been fairly effective running the ball, and we're going to be effective again. Breece Hall, left sideline. Breece Hall in the end zone. Touchdown, another huge run. Great blocking down the field. And that's our second rushing touchdown for Breece Hall. Having himself a monster game against this Buffalo defense. And the extra point is good. We have the lead over Buffalo, 28-21. All right, Bills offense has struggled to open this second half. 3 straight punts and 2 big runs from the Jets gives the Jets the lead here, 28-21. James Cooks back in the game, gets 9 yards. Game here on 2nd and 1. They're going to give it to Ray Davis, who gets just enough for the first down. And that's the final play of the 3rd quarter. Heading into the 4th quarter, we are surprisingly up 28-21 over Buffalo. It's been the Breece Hall game. 2 huge rushing touchdowns. Gives us a lead here heading into the 4th quarter. Makes it 3rd down and 2 for Buffalo. Allen underneath, easy pitch and catch to Khalil Shakur, moves the chains. Oop, Johnson stepped upside, they didn't call it. We'll take it. Underneath Josh Palmer, first down. First down and 10 underneath. Nice play by Gardner, makes it incomplete. It's 2nd and 10 here. Ray Davis in the game. He looks a little tired. Doesn't matter, they're going to pass it underneath. Palmer again, who eats that hit. Makes it 3rd down and 1 here. I think we already know what's going to happen here. It's going to be a QB sneak here for Allen. Can we try to stop it? We do! It's 4th and inches. We stop it. 4th and inches for Buffalo. This will be a huge stand here by our defense. 4th and inches. Handoff, and we're there! Quinn Williams in the backfield meets Ray Davis, and that's going to be a turnover on downs for the Buffalo offense. Our defense has been lights out this second half. Buffalo scored on every drive in the first half, and they have yet to score again here in the second half. Offense takes the field once again. 8 yards here. Starts with a run to Breece Hall, throws off a defender, gets 4 yards. He's at 144 yards here on the day. 2nd down and 6. Breece Hall back into the game. 2nd down and 6. Screen there to Breece Hall. That was a good play there by Thompson. Hits. That's a bad throw intended for Josh Robbins. That's incomplete. They can take all the time they want. It's 1st down and 10 here for Buffalo. To give Ray Davis, has an open gap. Ray Davis up the middle, and a nice run there from Ray Davis gets Buffalo at the Jets logo. Snaps the ball with 5 seconds left on the play clock. Outside, there is a flag. Pushed out of bounds there by Tony Adams. There's a flag on the field. And it's going to be a legal block in the back on Isaiah Likely. And we're going to set that penalty. It makes it 1st down and 11. That's a big penalty. That was a decent play there by Buffalo. Now makes it 1st down and 11. Clock keeps running. Allen, nobody in the backfield. Allen has time. Hits Likely underneath. Tackled by Tony Adams in bounds. 2nd down and 4 here for Buffalo. We'll hit Palmer underneath. Gets the 1st down, moves the chains. Another run to Ray Davis. Jermaine Johnson's right there. Loss of 3. 3rd and 2 here for Buffalo. They're going to have Knox in the backfield. What will they do? They will run it, and we're right there. We are right there. Huge tackle from Derek Anani makes it 4th down and 6 for Buffalo. No way they punt it. Buffalo looks like they're going to punt it here on 4th and 6 from their own 44. Breece Hall. Maybe we lean on Breece Hall. 144 rushing yards, 2 touchdowns for the Iowa State halfback. Misdirection. Breece Hall will only get 3. Buffalo will not use a timeout, but it is an injury from Gregory Rousseau. Are they faking injuries? Are they faking injuries in Madden? Come on, dude. I don't think he's really hurt. They just didn't want to use a timeout. 3rd down and 5 here. We're going to motion Hall. Hit Garrett Wilson for the 1st down. Garrett Wilson moves the chains, putting him at over 100 yards, and Buffalo's going to have to use their 1st timeout. For Fields in the offense. Hit Lazard, who cannot hold on to the ball. Lazard cannot hold on, and that will stop the clock here on 3rd and 10. 3rd and 10 here. This is a big play here. This is a big play here. Hit Garrett Wilson, incomplete, tight coverage from Christian Benford, and Buffalo will get the ball back. Come on, defense. You guys have been locked down all second half. Do not allow a Buffalo touchdown here. 1st down and 10 for Buffalo. Allen underneath. Isaiah Likely makes the catch. That's going to keep the clock moving. They're going to go hurry up here. And that's going to be holding on the offense. Spencer Brown. The right tackle with the holding. That's going to back Buffalo up to the 19. Now it makes it 2nd down and long for Buffalo. Allen underneath. Moore is tackled immediately by Azariah Thomas. Makes it 3rd down and 12. 3rd down and 12 for Buffalo. Allen has all the time. Allen wide open. Is Palmer. Touchdown Buffalo. Josh Allen just straight up had way too much time in the pocket. Josh Palmer, another big touchdown. Dude, we gotta get pressure on Josh Allen right now. Had so much time in the pocket. Eventually somebody's gonna get wide open, and it was Palmer. Let's look at this. I just pressed the button. Let's see how much time. Look at all this time Allen has. Nobody's getting any pressure on Allen. Remember, it's 1st and 10. Ocean Taylor. Underneath, Alan Lazard, 2nd down and 1. Gain of 9. 2nd down and 1 here. Attempt to scramble with Fields. Fields has enough speed. Justin Fields! Middle of the field slide. Justin Fields down. We're going to use our 1st timeout. Huge rush there by Justin Fields. Gets us to the Buffalo 44-yard line. They're going to let us run the ball. That's a bad mistake here from Buffalo. Uses their last timeout. Now they cannot ice us. Big run there by Breece Hall. 1st and 10. Fields is going to scramble again, slide. Fields will slide there, gain of 5. We're going to use our last timeout. We're going to use the last timeout with 4, actually. And Harrison Mevis for a 37-yard field goal.
Harrison Mevis on for the field goal.
Mevis' kick is up. It is good. And we have beaten Buffalo here in week 2. I thought that was going to be a block for a second. That snap was a little too slow. Almost blocked. And we have upset Buffalo here in week 2 at home. Huge win by our team. Defense stepped up in the second half besides that one deep touchdown. But that didn't matter. They gave us too much time. They gave us over a minute left, 3 timeouts. That's any NFL team can win a game with that much timeouts, that much time left. Anybody can. And we can too. So a couple players said, yeah, Josh Allen, 31 of 35. 88% completion percentage, 359 yards, 2 touchdowns. But we'll check out our stats. Justin Fields went 19 of 29, 186 yards and a touchdown, had a long pass of only 30 yards. But it was the run game that gave us this win here. Breece Hall had 16 carries, 165 yards, 2 touchdowns. Fields had 4 carries, 49 yards, and a touchdown. Braylon Allen had his lone carry for 4 yards. Breece Hall had 2 carries, over 20 yards. Receiving, Garrett Wilson continuing his strong start to the season with 7 catches, 102 yards, and a touchdown. Lazard, 4 catches, 39 yards, 4 catches, 35 for Mason Taylor. Breece Hall caught 3 passes. Our fullback, Beck, caught 1 pass for 3 yards. Sacks allowed. We only allowed 1 sack. It was Olu Fashanu. Defensively, Quincy Williams with 12 tackles. Brandon Stevens at 8. TFLs for Quinnen Williams, who had 3. TFL for White. Jermaine Johnson, Jamie Sherwood, Quincy Williams, Derek Anati. Our only sack was Quinnen Williams. No interceptions. Pass deflection for Tony Adams, Sauce Gardner, and Azariah Thomas. Forced fumble didn't count. But I think our defensive MVP, who stood out? Quinnen Williams stood out definitely on our defense. I would say Azariah Thomas and Azariah Thomas and Andre Cisco. They didn't really make any highlight plays, but they made big tackles, big hits at contact, big contact, catch, point at contact, whatever, catch when they catch the ball and then they hit them as soon as they catch it. So big plays there for Cisco. And the rookie Azariah Thomas. Mevis missed the 150-yard field goal badly, but nailed this one for the win. After the victory, Quinn Williams will get an upgrade point here. So we're gonna go power rusher here for Quinn Williams. Boost him up to a 95. That's a +2 upgrade there. +1 block shedding, +2 to finesse, +1 to play rec, power moves, +2 tackle, and gets an extra ability slot. Does he? Interior threat, run stopper, El Toro, unpredictable fearmonger. I think we'll keep his abilities the exact same. Huge win here at Buffalo. Okay, we'll check out the weekly recap of week 2. Obviously, a little recap of our game, but we just saw what happened. It was a huge Breece Hall game. We have the Kirk Cousins Bowl here. We got the Falcons and the Vikings. Kirk Cousins not playing. Obviously, J.J. McCarthy is the starter. As Vikings win 13-12. Michael Penix only had 61 yards passing. Looks like a defensive matchup there. We have the 49ers here at the Saints. We saw this at the halftime show, but we didn't get to see how it finished. Their handoff to McCaffrey stretches the ball into the end zone as the 49ers win 28-6. And that is your weekly recap. All right, we can now do set scouting. We can also now look at players we have to renegotiate. We have 27 current players who are set to be free agents here. We'll check who they are. You see there on the bottom left, it says we have $125 million in cap room. Breece Hall is a free agent. If he continues like what he did at Buffalo, he is guaranteed to get a contract. Elijah Vera Tucker, one of our top linemen there, wants a 4-year, $70 million deal. Andre Cisco, who impressed me in that Bills game, wants a 3-year, $17. Tony Adams, so both of our starting safeties. Adams has been hit or miss. He's either made a nice tackle or he's missing a tackle. I don't know. He's not a consistent tackler. But it's not a bad contract. 2-year, $9 million. Quincy Williams, 3 years, $21 million. Derek Nottie, John Simpson is a free agent. Lazard, Xavier Gibson, Jeremy Rucker. Yeah, a bunch of guys are free agents, and some of these guys are depth guys that we might not even see play. Kicker, punter Will McDonald wants a 5th-year option. So my top priority is probably Breece Hall right now. I won't resign anybody right now, because who knows, Breece Hall could get injured, miss the rest of the season, and then we're going to have to pay an injury-prone running back. And that really wouldn't be the smartest decision. Regional focus scouting, we can now choose regional focus scouting. Like I said, I messed up on scouting, so You know, having a linebacker, guys, we are like running backs, but at least we do have some, like a wide receiver. We're probably just going to set it at wide receiver. Offensive tackle, not really a position I'm looking at. All right, with me messing up, it's not going to align with most of these, but West, we're going to be scouting linebacker. Central is going to be defensive tackle. Northeast is going to be wide receiver. And then Southeast is also going to be defensive tackle. We had no injuries in this week. Corley and Michael Carter are both back at full, and they will be playing in this game. But we do get some upgrades here. We have an upgrade here for Mason Taylor. We'll go. You know, I think we'll just go possession here for Mason Taylor. We get a bunch of upgrades here. +1 to awareness, catching, run block, power, short route, and spec catch, and +2 to medium route running. And we have an upgrade here for the rookie wide receiver from Georgia, Ananias Smith, or Arian Smith. I think I said Ananias Smith a lot last time, but I still definitely want to get his catching up. His catching is not good. It was also a negative in college there. Dropped a lot of passes. Him and that Georgia team dropped a lot of passes, but he gets +1 break tackle and carry and short, +2 catching traffic and release, +3 medium. Doesn't get catching, but he gets some nice route running upgrades. Will be without Yaya Diaby, one of their edge rushers, so only one player injured. Our approval rating's at 49% right now. Fans are starting to like us a little more after that big win over Buffalo. But they come in this game 1-1. We will head here into Raymond James Stadium for the second game of the episode, facing off against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. All right, here we are, week 3, on the road for the first time this season, going against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who come into this game at 1-1. We come to this game 1-1 over with a huge win last week at Buffalo. We have some momentum going this game, going against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, led by Baker Mayfield. Does not. Here steps out Baker Mayfield. He's 30 years old. He was the former number 1 overall pick from Cleveland. We all know the Baker Mayfield story. Picked by the Buccaneers, picked by the Browns, had a good season. They chose Deshaun Watson over him, bounced around between the Rams and Panthers, and has now found his footing here in Tampa Bay, as they're going to start with a play action run for Mayfield, who is hit by Will McDonald, but will be tackled after the first down. We didn't help him. We didn't do good against the pass, as Mayfield over the middle has Mike Evans, the future Hall of Famer. He's going to make the Hall of Fame. No doubt about that. He's been definition of consistency throughout his career. We have Chris Godwin and Evans to the left. It's a run, and we meet him right there in the middle. Quinnen Williams, last week 3 TFLs. He gets another one there with help from Jermaine Johnson. It's another run for Tampa Bay. There is a flag on the field.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
It's going to be a illegal block in the back on offense, and we're going to back them up. I've never seen block in the back on offense, like, ever. It's usually on, like, punt returns and stuff. You have block in the back. They get one here. Give to Bucky Irving, bouncing outside, and we are right there all over that. 3rd and 21. They have trips right. Let's see what they can do here. Mayfield over the middle of the field has Emeka Egbuka. Their first-round pick from Ohio State converts a 3rd and very long. Yeah, that's a mismatch. Jamian Sherwood on Emeka Egbuka. That's a huge mismatch. Moving over to the left. 2nd down and 9. Mayfield looking. Floats it to Chris Godwin, who catches it and is in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Dude, Sauce Gardner has allowed a lot of touchdowns this season. I believe that's his 3rd. Would you count the Josh Palmer one that's allowed? I mean, yeah, he was the one covering him. He was the last line of defense. Yeah, Sauce Gardner from week 1 got mossed by DK. Couldn't tackle Josh Palmer there. Can't cover Chris Godwin. He's been a little disappointing, may I say. He's allowed 3 touchdowns already. Best nose tackles in the game, Vita Vea. We're going to try to run away from him here on 1st down. And we will actually run right towards him. 3 yards. Breece Hall last week had a monster game, had over 160 yards, 2 touchdowns. And now they're going to be facing a lot better of a run defense here with Vita Vea anchoring the middle of the field. It's 2nd down and 7. Wilson, that pass is almost picked off. A little behind him, there is a flag, and it's going to be holding on the offense. That's going to be the second-year tackle, Olu Fashano, who has struggled so far this year. 3rd down, 3rd and 8. We float that over, and we do. Garrett Wilson makes the catch. Moving the chains for the Jets offense there. 1st and 10 here. Play action. We're going to hit Mason Taylor, the rookie tight end, down the right sideline. 1st down, New York. Let's see what happens here. Fields fumbles. Pick the ball up, please. Kalijah Cansey there. Got in there pretty quickly. Instant replay there. John Simpson beat again. He's also not been very good. Yeah, nobody's really... I mean, Breece Hall's open, but I'm trying to run outside the pocket. Fields fumbles. Luckily, we recover, though. Here, we're going to motion Breece Hall. Fields is going to roll right. Justin Fields will scramble. Justin Fields down the right sideline. Will get 16 there, but will still be 7 yards short there. Gets us inside field goal range here. Mevis's kick is up, and it is good. All right, we squeeze a field goal out of that drive. Mevis had enough leg there, and we will make it 7-3. Mayfield play action over the middle of the field. Mike Evans holds on to that. Gain of 9. 2nd down and 1. Handoff, Bucky Irving breaks the tackle, but is brought down there by Derek Anati. Run defense has been on point today. Ocean Chris Godwin all the way to the right. Mayfield looking underneath to the tight end, Cade Otton. 1st down, Buffalo, or 1st down, Tampa Bay. 1st and 10. Play action again. They love to run play action. Hits Cade Otton for the 2nd straight time. McDonald does good enough to force him out of bounds. And that's the end of the 1st quarter. That 1st quarter went by pretty fast. Tampa Bay has the lead here, 7-3 over the Jets. 2nd and 7. They're going to read option Baker Mayfield. I was not expecting that. Michael Carter makes the open field tackle, but that puts Mayfield at 26 yards rushing. I think he already has more than Josh Allen did all last week. Here, but we're going to fake it. Show blitz with fake. Another play action. Mayfield outside. Cade Otton cannot hold on. Coverage by Andre Cisco, and Jermaine Johnson is down on the play. Hoping he can have a breakout year. Went up to superstar Dev in preseason, so that's cool, but we haven't been able to see that superstar-ness out of him yet this season. But that stops the clock here on 2nd and 10. They're going to empty formation as they're going to hit Bucky Irving, who lined up out wide. We'll get the 1st down. Bruised ribs. We're going to put Michael Clemens is going to come in for the injured Jermaine Johnson here on 1st and 10. Play action again. Wow, they love running play action. Mike Evans! Nice play there by Michael Carter. Coming back from injury. Tampa Bay. Mayfield looking. Throws almost picked off by Brandon Stevens. Looks like it hit one of the linemen there. He would have had a wide open Evans there, but Mayfield, 3 straight incompletions, makes it 4th down and 10. And McLaughlin's kick is up, and it is good. Tampa Bay extends their lead here to 7. Vita Vea's on the right side. We're going to run it towards the middle. Never mind, Kalijah Cansey continuing his strong game there. Gets in the backfield, loss of 2. And just like that, it is 3rd down and 12. Fields pressure, gets it to Breece Hall, cannot hold on through the contact. That's going to be incomplete. Tampa Bay forces a 3 and out. Play. It's going to be QB sneak. Nope. It's actually a play action. Who would have thought? Buccaneers love their play action. Mayfield tries to scramble, fumbles the ball, pick the ball up. No. recovered by Tristan Wirfs. That could have been a huge fumble there. 3rd and 6 for Tampa Bay. Mayfield, sidearm to K-Dot, bad angle by Stevens. Cisco forced him out of bounds. That's going to move the chains. Tampa Bay gets the snap off. Mayfield's going to run with it again. Mayfield keeps it this time. Mayfield holds on to the ball there at the 7-yard line. 1st and goal from the 7 to give to Buck Irving. Buck Irving powers his way in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Oh, man, we got to get something going on offense. We got to get something going on offense. We have 3 points. Buck Irving. Cisco misses the tackle. That's a rare miss from Cisco. But Buck Irving gets his longest rush of the game. And it's a touchdown. We'll see what we can do here. We're going to hit Alan Lazard there for our first completion in what feels like a while there for the first down. Just because we're down by 14 doesn't mean we're not going to run the ball. We're going to run the ball here with Breece Hall, obviously. Breece Hall. Big run here to the Tampa Bay 42. 1st and 10. It's a counter to Breece Hall. Cuts it back up the middle. Breece Hall gets 10 there. They're going to mark it inches short, however, and that's going to be the final play before the 2-minute warning. We are driving down the field here with some big runs from Breece Hall. We're going to hit Breece Hall here out of the backfield. Breece Hall with the catch. Heavy dose of Breece Hall this drive. Gets the first. Off coverage here. We're going to take advantage of that. We're going to run with Fields here. We're going to get 9 there. 2nd and 1 here. Fields tries to run, can't. Sacked. 3rd and 8. Fields rolls right, fires. Garrett Wilson short of the sticks. Try to push him, and we do for the first down. Moving the chains. Down to 10 for their offense here. And we're hit as we throw again. And Justin Fields is hurt on the play. Took a lot of shots on that drive, and he's down. That is not good. Took 3 back-to-back hits. Mevis's field goal is good. That gets us back on the board there. Cuts the lead to 11 for Tampa Bay. 2nd and 10 here for Baker. Fires deep. Mike Evans beats Michael Carter and holds on. Tampa Bay scores in an instant right there. That's a huge mismatch. Carter's like 5'9", Mike Evans is 6'5". That's an easy. Yeah, we're gonna have Sauce Gardner run with Mike Evans there. That's just an easy catch for Mike Evans. He's made millions of those over his career, and Tampa Bay was gonna extend their lead here to 18. Going to the second half, down by 18. Can't really get much going on offense here. Defense also is not helping. But we saw this last time. Defense couldn't get a stop to save their life. But this week's different. We can't do anything on offense where Tampa Bay is playing lockdown defense here. We'll check out another interdivision matchup here. Miami at Buffalo. Tua Tagovailoa hits a wide open receiver. Buffalo loses 2 in a row as Miami takes the win here 17-6 in a low scoring game. Does that mean the Patriots could be in first place? I don't know. We have another interdivision matchup. Texans at the Jaguars. Trevor Lawrence versus CJ Stroud. We watch Stroud here as he rolls right, fires on the run to a wide open Tank Dell. Texans up 17-3. Stroud has 2 touchdowns in that first half. Lawrence has only 63 yards passing. And then we have the Colts at the Titans here. Both teams 1-1. Number 1 overall pick, Cam Ward, hands the ball off to Tony Pollard. But the Colts have the lead here 21-14. Anthony Richardson, 2 passing touchdowns. Cincinnati up 21-7. We got New England up 28-3 over the Pittsburgh Steelers. If we lose, Patriots could very likely be in first place in the division. Defense has not been very good today. Offense also has been very good, but you know when offense has a bad day, defense has to step up, and it just has not. We have not been playing good complementary football. Fields is less than 50% completion percentage. Baker Mayfield having a great day against one of the worst passing defenses in the league, and we'll go start the second half here. All right, 1st and 10. We got to start this second half with a touchdown here. We're down 18. Justin Fields with a keeper. Justin Fields almost took that to the house. Big tackle there from the safety, but a great way to start the second half. Great run there by Fields. 1st and 10 here. We're going to try to run with Fields again. Fields has a lot of space. Fields gets down. 2 straight runs for Fields. Puts him at 73 yards rushing today. 2 of Tampa Bay. Try to hit Mason Taylor. That was a risky throw. I thought Dave was going to pick that up, but doesn't. Fields, 6 of 12, 72 yards. Not the best game through the air, but it's off to a decent start. 3rd down and 2. We're going to hit Lazard. That pass is a little behind him, but it's complete anyways. Inside the 5 is Lazard. We're going to give it, oh my gosh. Unblocked off the edge is Hassan Reddick with the loss of 4 tackle for loss of 4. 2nd and goal here. Garrett Wilson wide open, touchdown. Garrett Wilson, Levante David there and covers that. Is a huge mismatch. And we start this second half here on fire. Wilson does a headstand, continuing his monster season again. All right, we're going to go for 2 here because we're going to have to go for it anyways here, so we might as well go for it right now. 2-point conversion here at the 2. Can we fire that in there? We cannot. Incomplete. 2-point conversion is unsuccessful there. Mayfield, handoff, Bucky Irving, another big run. Irving was held to not a lot of rushing yards. Gets a nice run there on 1st down. 2nd and 8 for Tampa Bay. Mayfield over the middle has an open Emeka Ibuka. Moves the chains. 1st and 10 here. RPO, Chris Godwin. Good blocks there from the Tampa Bay wide receivers. Gets them another 1st down. It's a toss to Bucky Irving. Some blocks. Set up. Tackle by Sauce Gardner. 3rd and 3. They're going to motion Ibuka over the left. Mayfield fires to Ibuka. Tackled by Cisco, but not after the 1st down. Now 1st and goal here. From the 5. Mayfield has time. We said the blitz fumbled. But it's picked up by Tampa Bay. Oh my gosh. That's 2 fumbles for Mayfield, both picked up by the Buccaneers linemen. Can stop him here. 3rd and goal. Mayfield looking, fires, wide open. Bucky Irving, touchdown, Tampa Bay. And they're going to extend their lead here to 19, pending this extra point. I need the blitzes to get there a little bit quicker than that. Steps at our offense. Garrett Wilson's had not a lot of targets or catches, but he does have our one touchdown of the game. So, start this drive. We need to score here. Fields is going to run. Fields will hold on. 1st down. Fields is nearing 100 yards rushing today. Just Tampa Bay's defense has been smothering our passing attack. It's 3rd down and 10 now. Oh my gosh, we got Lazard open. Alan Lazard makes the grab and gets us to the Tampa Bay 30, continuing this drive. From the 40 here, we're going to hit tight end Mason Taylor, who makes the grab down at the 13. Fields, we have time. We're trying to look there. Can we fire that into Lazard? No, we cannot. Incomplete, drop by Lazard. Launch that. Reynolds in zone. Incomplete. Tight coverage there from the Bucs defense. To make it 4th and 12. We can't go for it on 4th and 12, dude. I guess we're going to sell over the field goal here, make it a 2-touchdown, 2-point conversion game here. Mevis' field goal is good, and we will get some points there. Would have liked a touchdown there. But I guess we'll take the field goal. Defense, we got to get a turnover here if we want a shot at coming back here. 2nd down and 7. Your handoff, Bucky Irving, wide open gap in the middle of the field. Breaks 2 tackles. Oh my gosh, the run defense cannot falter right now. It's the worst time to falter. Oh, somehow broke both of those tackles here. It's now 3rd down and 5. I think this is field goal range for Chase McLaughlin, but let's sack. Let's get a sack here. Let's not make them think about no, never mind. Wide open, Chris Godwin. Run after the catch. Gets it to the 15-yard line. 2nd and 3 here underneath. Mike Evans tackled down at the 1-yard line. You're on 2nd and goal. It's a toss to Bucky Irving. We are not fast enough to track him down. Touchdown, Tampa Bay, and that's most likely going to end this one. Touchdown extra point makes it 23 points. I think we're just going to sub in the backups, concede the loss here, and I guess we'll see what we got with the backups. 3rd down and 6. Run to Braylon Allen, who will only get 2. They're tackled by Deion Jones. And we are going to go for it here on 4th and 4 with that obvious run. 4th down and 4 here. Tyrod hits Anaya Smith, who holds onto the ball. Anaya Smith out of bounds at the 25. The rookie from Georgia makes his first career catch. Another one to Braylon Allen, who will get us to the 12-yard line here. 4th and 2 here for the offense. Stretch right side, Braylon Allen, who breaks that outside, and touchdown, Braylon Allen. 2nd-year halfback from Wisconsin gets his first touchdown of the season here late in this 4th quarter. I don't know what is he doing? Is he a dog? I guess he's a dog. I mean, he was a dog at Wisconsin. He was really good at Wisconsin. But yeah, bounced that off the backside of the tight end and is in the end zone. Touchdown, Braylon Allen. Yes, offensive coordinator is saying, let's go for it here. Motion there. Tyrod Taylor to Gibson, who takes a shot but holds on there. All right, we get a 2-point conversion. Gibson took a massive hit there. And we're just going to kick this ball up back to Tampa Bay. There's no point of trying to squeeze out what we can't. All right, and that is it. We fall here in week 3 to the Buccaneers. 38-23. Defense was not very good today. Passing offense just wasn't very efficient here. A lot of Justin Fields took a lot of hits, a lot of missed throws from Fields. Mayfield looked like an MVP quarterback today. I mean, any quarterback can against this bad pass defense. But Braylon Allen showed he can maybe be a little more involved in this offense there. Backups looked solid on that one drive we gave him. We'll check out our stats here. Justin Fields went 10 of 21, 134 yards and a touchdown. Tyrod Taylor went 3 for 3 for 42 yards. Justin Fields is still going to be our starter. Rushing wise, Justin Fields, all of our guys had 6 carries. Fields had 6 carries for 86 yards, also had the fumble. But Braylon Allen had 6 carries, 24 yards and a touchdown. Breece Hall, 6 carries and 28 yards. Receiving, Allen Lazard, 3 catches, 48. Mason Taylor, 3 catches for 50. Garrett Wilson, and was kind of a non-factor in this game. Only had 3 catches, 33 yards, but did have the touchdown. Malachi Corley with a catch. Arian Smith, the rookie, catch for 27. Braylon Allen, a catch for 4. Breece Hall, a catch for 3. Blocking, 3 sacks allowed. Joe Tittman, John Simpson, and Olu Fashanu all allowed sacks. Tackles, Jamie Sherwood led the team with 12. Bunch of TFLs, 2 for Sherwood, 2 for Williams, 2 for the other Williams, 2 for Anati, 1 for Jermaine Johnson and Brandon Stevens. 2 sacks on the day. Quincy Williams and Derek Anati had them. No interceptions. 2 pass deflections for Quincy Williams, 1 for Cisco, forced fumble for Williams and Nadi. We recovered none of them. Harrison Mevis went 3 for 3 today. And yeah, not a great game by our offense there. Defense has got to be better though. All right, Tony Adams comes out of the game with an upgrade point. Cody upgrade. He's been an inconsistent tackler. So I think we want to go tackling, and that's going to be run support here for Adams. He gets +1 block shedding, play rec and zone, gets +2 hit power, and +2 tackle. Okay, some nice upgrades there for Tony Adams, but defense was not good. Allowed 38 points. Nobody walks out of the game injured, which is a silver lining. But, yeah, offense wasn't very good. Passing wise, running wise, we still put up over 100 yards running. Defense couldn't stop anything. That's just the story of the game so far. Defense has not been very good so far through these first 3 games. I mean, defense was really good in that second half against Buffalo. Just Mayfield and I guess Mecca Ibuka were too much for our defense. But that's going to be it for today's episode. Next episode here will be after the next FIU video. But we'll start this game with a Monday night primetime here against Miami. We'll probably play Miami and then the Cowboys, obviously. I think I'm going to be doing 2 games per episode just so the series can go a little bit quicker instead of 1 episode a game or one game an episode, which makes the series feel super long. But I had fun. I'm having a lot more fun in this than I'm having in the FIU Dynasty video. Let me know in the comments below. What moves should I make? Should I make some moves? What players should be on the trade block? I already have in mind some players I kind of want to see get more playing time. Players we could move at the trade deadline. But yeah, I guess I'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace.